Hi everyone, it's Merc 007 here. Thank you for joining my board game video. Today we are taking a look at EFS, a fun pocket-sized game from Japan. Please enjoy! EFS is a 4 to 8 player gateway voting game with a social deduction element. It's designed by Charles Ward, whose publisher name is X-Verse Games. Charles is a solo designer and self-publisher living in Japan, and he has brought out many games like Sky Towers, which is one of my favourite games to bring to any game day. And he made Coin Sides, an elegant dice coin spinner, which I love. If you haven't heard of him or seen his games before, I recommend checking them out. EFS is his newest game. I got to check it out once during its prototyping stages, and finally I actually got to take it to game day. The whole game comes in this compact pocket-sized tuck box, and it's all focused around this deck of cards. So let's take a look. In EFS, the universal voting game, players are aliens voting on things they saw or picked up from Earth. But one or two humans might have come back with you and are hiding amongst you. Players need to be the first ones to find a human, or be the fastest to get 8 points to win the game. If neither of those have occurred, once everyone has been the leader twice, the humans will instantly win because they weren't discovered. Or, if there were no humans at the end of the game, the players with the most points will win. To start, place this handy score sheet in the middle so it's visible to all. Each turn, one player will lead a topic, and everyone will vote with one of their 3 cards on what they feel the topic is to them. For example, the topic could be Orange Cats, and players will use their cards to vote on either E, epic, F for funny, or S for smart. But you don't want to make the topic too obvious, because if you're the one to set the topic and everyone voted the same, you will lose a point. In the voting, if 3 colours appear, the majority will score a point. If the votes are split, then whatever the leader voted on will score a point. If 2 colours appear, the minority will score a point. If everyone votes the same, then the leader who chose the topic loses a point. Assign words to the cards E, F, and S. I usually use the default words epic, funny, and smart when I teach the game for the first time. Then shuffle and deal out 3 cards to each player. If anyone gets a duplicate letter, they will discard it and draw a new card until they have 3 different letters in their hand. So players might have the cards E, F, and S. In that case, you are the aliens. And you can use any of the 3 cards during your vote. Or, if you have 2 of those cards and an H card, your role is the human, and you need to try to remain hidden. There are only 2 H cards in the deck, so there may be 0 humans in the game, or 1 hidden human, or 2 hidden humans. The humans will be restricted to voting using only their 2 cards that are not the H card, but hoping to still blend in without getting caught. So if you see someone suspicious that only votes 2 of the letters, maybe they might be the human. Next, deal each player 1 more card, and they will use that card as their scoring card. Everyone starts at 0, and the score tracker you can see here is on the edge of the cards. Every time you get a point, you rotate your scorecard up a notch. It goes from 0, 1, 2, 3, and then you flip it over to count from 4, 5, 6, and 7. Next, choose a starting player to be the leader, and you can begin. The leader must come up with a topic. For example, orange cats, or Mount Fuji, or Keanu Reeves. If you can't think of a word, you can use the illustrations on the front or back of the cards as a prompt, or for inspiration. Then everyone can chat briefly about the topic, and then you can start voting. Once discussion has ended, everyone selects one of their cards and holds it face down in front of them, and simultaneously reveal the cards together. If you're playing with 4 players, reveal one more random card from the deck to be the 5th vote. Then compare the results. The players that got the majority will score, or the minority will score, or those that voted the same as the leader in a tie will score, or the leader will lose a point if everyone voted the same. Then return your card to your hand. You'll continue to use the same set of 3 cards. The player to the left of the leader will then become the next leader, and before they choose the topic, players can change the meaning of what E, F, and S stand for if they want to. For example, in this round, E could mean energetic, F could mean fancy, and S could be serious. And the next round begins. And play continues like this. There are 3 ways the game can end. The game can end after 2 rounds, which means every player has been the leader twice. If at that time you haven't successfully found a human, the hidden humans will win. And if there are no humans after 2 rounds, the player with the most points will win. Or if an alien or a human successfully spots a human during the game, they win and the game will end. You can throw your fellow human under the bus. You are the human. To make an accusation, it will cost you 3 points to attempt it. If the guess is correct, you will win the game, and the game ends immediately. But if the guess is incorrect, you spent 3 points, and the game continues on. Or if any player reaches 8 points before the end of the 2 rounds, they will win, and the game ends then. EFS puts voting in a compact and clever system, with an added element of finding the hidden role. It plays relatively quickly, and the only thing you really need is some good imagination to think of some words for what E, F, and S stands for. With voting games, I enjoy some games like Dixit, for example. I also like some hidden role games like Saboteur or Battlestar Galactica. So this kind of puts both of those elements together. The cards are also cleverly designed in that they have multiple uses. They're your voting card, they're also your role card. For example, if you have the H, you're the human, and if you don't, you're the aliens. And they are also the scoring cards. I think EFS will be one of those great games for the late night party game days, or a great way to start your game day with if you're playing with new gamers. So, what do you think? You can find out more about EFS and other X-First games on their website, and I heard it might be launching on Kickstarter soon, so you can go check it out. I've included all their links in the YouTube description. Thank you for checking out EFS with me. And, as always, thank you for supporting my channel. Please like, share, or comment in my channel if you like the content. Until next time, happy gaming!